Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers and rumors after the shocking news that the Las Vegas Raiders have reportedly outmaneuvered the Denver Broncos in what could be considered one of the most audacious moves of the offseason, targeting and closing a deal with cornerback Patrick SURTAIN, whose talent and reputation have made him one of the most coveted defensive players in the league. An insider suggests that this move was months in the making, with scouts, coaches, and management quietly assessing SURTAIN's fit within the Raiders' defensive scheme, weighing his ability to not only shut down elite wide receivers, but also to bring a new leadership element to a secondary that has struggled to maintain consistency. And while the Broncos were rumored to be intensely pursuing him, sources indicate that negotiations, subtle maneuvers, and perhaps even strategic offers on contract structure or playing time could have swayed SURTAIN's decision. And the implications of this move are enormous, suggesting that the Raiders are positioning themselves aggressively for a title run, aiming to revamp their defense with a player who combines physicality, intelligence, and a rare instinct for reading offenses, making this signing a potential game-changer not just for the team, but for the entire AFC West landscape. As news of the Raiders' alleged acquisition spread across social media platforms, fans, analysts, and former players began speculating about the potential dynamics this signing could bring to the team, particularly in how Patrick SURTAIN's presence might influence matchups against divisional rivals who have historically tormented Las Vegas with elite passing attacks. And insiders hint that coaches are already adjusting their schemes, envisioning a secondary where SURTAIN's coverage skills allow cornerbacks and safeties around him more flexibility to blitz, double team, or disguise coverage, which could significantly enhance the pass rush and overall defensive effectiveness, while the offensive unit might also benefit indirectly by gaining confidence in their defense's ability to limit big plays, thus affecting game strategy, tempo, and risk management. And speculation suggests that the psychological impact on the Broncos could be equally significant, with locker room chatter possibly hinting at frustration, missed opportunities, or even internal questions about management's approach, creating an undercurrent of tension that could linger into training camps and preseason. And as reporters continue to dig into the deal, the murmuring suggests that financial structures, incentives, and perhaps even personal relationships between the player and coaching staff played critical roles in tipping the scales, highlighting the complex layers behind high-profile NFL moves. The implication for the Raiders' draft strategy and long-term planning are already a point of intense discussion, as analysts suggest that securing a talent like Patrick SURTAIN could impact decisions in future rounds, particularly regarding cornerback depth, safety additions, and even linebacker rotations, with the front office possibly feeling less pressure to draft defensively early while reallocating resources to address other weaknesses. And there's chatter that SURTAIN's presence could serve as a mentorship pillar for younger players, instilling discipline, film study habits, and professional standards that might have been inconsistent in prior seasons, while simultaneously raising expectations for everyone on a roster, from special teams contributors to starters, because now there's a proven shutdown presence on the field, potentially transforming not just how the defense operates schematically, but also the mindset and culture within the locker room. And rumors indicate that even other free agents may be drawn to the Raiders by the prospect of joining a team willing to make bold moves, signaling a renewed ambition to compete at the highest level and fostering a sense of excitement, speculation, and competitive tension that could redefine the trajectory of the franchise, generating headlines, heated debates, and social media buzz that shows no signs of slowing. Observers point out that SURTAIN's rumored decision may also have roots in off-field factors, such as city lifestyle, organizational stability, and the perceived strength of Las Vegas coaching staff, which insiders suggest could have offered assurances about his role, leadership opportunities, and career growth. And while many fans focus exclusively on salary and cap figures, The undercurrent of speculation implies that a player of Surtain's caliber weighs intangible elements heavily, such as the chance to shape a defensive identity, collaborate with trusted coaches, and influence young talent, creating a narrative where the Raiders emerge as not just a competitor, but a preferred destination in the AFC West. And the Broncos, meanwhile, appear to have been caught in a strategic miscalculation, with sources hinting at hesitation or overly conservative negotiation tactics, fueling debates about how front offices navigate the balance between talent evaluation, relationship building, and decisiveness. And the wider NFL community watches closely, as the ripple effect of this potential acquisition could reshape rivalries, force strategic adjustments across divisions, and provide an ongoing storyline of what could have been for Denver, while simultaneously offering the Raiders a momentum boost and a compelling talking point for analysts, fans, and commentators as the offseason heats up, keeping social media timelines and sports podcasts saturated with endless speculation. Rumors also indicate that the signing process itself involved a series of strategic leaks, insider tips, and discreet conversations that allowed the Raiders to gain a subtle advantage over other teams. And while the official announcement remains pending, sources suggest that Patrick Surtain, too, has expressed strong interest in becoming the cornerstone of a defensive unit capable of challenging elite offenses week in and week out, which could translate into a more aggressive, confident Las Vegas team. While Broncos executives may now be facing internal criticism over missed opportunities and a perceived failure to secure a generational talent in a highly competitive division, and industry insiders hint that the timing of this decision could influence upcoming free agent negotiations, draft planning, and even the culture within training camps, as players gauge the organization's commitment to winning, talent acquisition, and risk-taking. And the overarching narrative seems to underscore that in today's NFL, the combination of talent evaluation, psychological strategy, and rapid decision-making often define success or failure, suggesting that the Raiders' bold maneuver may set a precedent for future offseason strategies across the league, as other franchises look to replicate or counter such decisive actions, while media outlets dissect every angle. Expert commentators weigh potential outcomes, and fans passionately debate the implications, creating an ecosystem where rumors, speculation, and insider chatter become almost as significant as confirmed transactions themselves, fueling the ongoing excitement and intrigue. Beyond the tactical implications, the cultural impact of this potential signing is another layer fueling the rumor mill, as Patrick Surtain, too, has been celebrated not only for his on-field performance, but also for his professionalism, work ethic, and community engagement, which sources suggest could influence locker room dynamics, fan perception, and even marketing potential. And analysts posit that the Raiders may be leveraging this acquisition to send a message that they are committed to cultivating both performance and character, enhancing the franchise's reputation, while simultaneously challenging rivals in the AFC West to match not just talent, but leadership, poise, and adaptability. And insiders hint that the ripple effect of this move could extend beyond football, affecting sponsorship deals, media narratives, and fan loyalty, as the excitement surrounding a high-profile cornerback joining the team generates storylines that intertwine athletic, commercial, and personal narratives, demonstrating that in professional sports, the value of a player transcends statistics, encompassing influence, image, and inspiration. And while Denver fans express frustration and disbelief at losing out on Surtain, Las Vegas supporters are reportedly buzzing with optimism, rumor-driven anticipation, and debate over how he will mesh with existing stars, creating a fertile ground for continued speculation, social media chatter, and YouTube commentary, as everyone waits to see how this bold move will actually unfold on the field, in practice, and across the league. The financial mechanics of this rumored deal are also a topic of intense speculation, as sources suggest that Las Vegas may have structured the contract in a way that balances cap flexibility with performance incentives, providing Surtain with security while maintaining strategic options for the front office. And while exact figures remain unconfirmed, insiders hint that the deal may involve clever use of guarantees, bonuses, and conditional incentives that reflect both the player's value and the team's risk appetite. And analysts note that such financial acumen could become a model for other franchises seeking to secure elite talent without hamstringing future decisions, while simultaneously signaling to the league that the Raiders are not only bold in acquiring top-tier talent, but also sophisticated in managing the delicate interplay between contracts, performance, and long-term strategy. And as the rumor continues to circulate, discussion intensifies over how this financial maneuvering will affect potential trades, draft choices, and future negotiations, creating a narrative in which Las Vegas emerges as a franchise willing to innovate, take calculated risks, and leverage every tool at its disposal to build a championship-contending roster, fueling ongoing debates, analysis, and speculation that promise to dominate headlines, podcast conversations, and YouTube sports channels well into the upcoming season. Speculation also swirls around how SURTAIN's addition could influence the Raiders' defensive identity, as insiders hint that the coaching staff may be envisioning a shift toward more aggressive, man-to-man coverage schemes, with SURTAIN's ability to read quarterbacks, anticipate routes, and execute precise coverage, potentially enabling linebackers and safeties to adopt more versatile roles. And observers suggest that this could lead to an overall increase in turnovers, defensive scoring opportunities, and pressure on opposing quarterbacks, fundamentally altering game flow and strategic planning, while also sending a message to divisional rivals that Las Vegas is serious about reshaping the power balance in the AFC West, and rumors indicate that such a shift could also affect special team strategy, player rotations, and even offensive play calling, as the confidence in the defensive unit allows for riskier, more aggressive approaches, creating a multi-layered ripple effect. That demonstrates how a single high-profile acquisition can impact nearly every aspect of a team, and while fans, media, and commentators continue to dissect the move, debate its wisdom, and speculate on its implications, the consensus seems to be that Patrick Surtain-II's potential arrival represents more than just a player signing. It could mark a pivotal moment in the Raiders' trajectory, reshaping expectations, rivalries, and narratives for the team, the division, and perhaps the league as a whole, fueling ongoing excitement, intrigue, and speculation. Rumors continue to swirl as fans, analysts, and insiders speculate on how Patrick Surtain-II's potential move to the Raiders could redefine the team's dynamics, as sources hint that coaches are considering adjustments not only to coverage schemes, but also to practice rotations, film study schedules, and communication protocols, creating a ripple effect that could enhance overall team performance. And insiders note that Surtain's reputation for meticulous preparation might elevate the standards across the locker room, pushing veterans and rookies alike to embrace higher levels of accountability, intensity, and focus, while simultaneously fostering a competitive environment that could accelerate the development of younger cornerbacks and safeties. And as speculation grows, observers point out that rival teams may be forced to reconsider offensive strategies against Las Vegas, potentially altering game plans, quarterback decisions, and route designs as the presence of shutdown cornerback like Surtain could change the risk-reward calculations, leading to fewer deep throws, increased checkdowns, and heightened pressure on quarterbacks to make perfect decisions. And the buzz around the league suggests that this strategic shift could influence betting lines, fantasy football projections, and even media narratives, creating a multidimensional story that combines talent acquisition, tactical innovation, psychological warfare, and media hype, while fans eagerly await confirmation and anticipate how this move will ripple through the AFC West and beyond, keeping discussion, speculation, and intrigue at a fever pitch. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors also abound about how Surtain's rumored arrival could influence upcoming draft decisions, as analysts speculate that the Raiders may now prioritize other positions, potentially reallocating first-round picks to address offensive needs, depth in other defensive positions, or special teams enhancement. And insiders hint that this ripple effect could reshape the team's long-term strategic vision, with scouts and management considering how a shutdown cornerback might alter the risk calculus for selecting prospects, while simultaneously influencing trade considerations and future free agent targeting. And speculation suggests that other players may be drawn to Las Vegas as well, viewing the acquisition as evidence of ambition, competitiveness, and willingness to take bold actions. And observers point out that the ripple effect could extend beyond roster management, affecting coaching strategies, practice priorities, and game day approaches, while media outlets dissect potential matchups, rivalries, and outcomes, creating a layered narrative in which one high-profile signing affects multiple dimensions of team building, psychological warfare, and public perception, generating continuous speculation, fan debate, and analytical discussion that ensures the rumor remains at the forefront of NFL conversation, capturing attention across social media, sports networks, and YouTube commentary channels, all while the official announcement remains tantalizingly unconfirmed. Another layer of speculation focuses on the psychological impact within the division, as analysts suggest that the Broncos may face internal pressures, media scrutiny, and fan dissatisfaction over missing out on SURTAIN, with rumors indicating that locker room discussions could revolve around missed opportunities, management decisions, and long-term strategy. And insiders hint that such dynamics might influence team cohesion, morale, and future negotiations, while observers note that Las Vegas could capitalize on the perceived misstep by Denver, using SURTAIN as both a tactical weapon and a psychological advantage, creating an environment where the Raiders not only gain on-field talent, but also the intangible benefit of increased confidence, motivation, and narrative control. And the speculation extends to fan engagement, as social media platforms, podcasts, and sports shows buzz with analysis, debate, and hypothetical scenarios, suggesting that the ripple effect of a single signing can extend far beyond immediate gameplay, impacting team culture, rivalries, and league-wide perception, while simultaneously keeping audiences invested, emotionally charged, and continually generating new angles for discussion, ensuring that the rumor, whether confirmed or not, remains a compelling talking point that dominates off-season discourse, fuels strategic reassessment, and drives engagement in ways that few moves ever do in professional sports. The strategic implications for game planning are another focal point of rumor, as insiders speculate that coaches may now consider aggressive man coverage, double-team schemes, and creative blitz packages centered around SURTAIN's anticipated impact, with analysts suggesting that the presence of a shutdown cornerback could allow linebackers and safeties to adopt more flexible roles, while forcing quarterbacks to make quicker, more pressure decisions, potentially increasing turnover opportunities and shifting momentum in games. And, as speculation builds, observers note that these tactical changes could influence not just the Raiders' defensive identity, but also offensive tempo, special teams decisions, and situational risk management, while fans, commentators, and social media pundits endlessly debate the potential outcomes, probabilities, and cascading consequences, highlighting how a single high-profile acquisition can have multidimensional effects on strategy, psychology, and public perception. And insiders hint that such ripple effects could persist through training camp, preseason, and regular season matchups, creating a dynamic narrative where the speculation itself becomes part of the excitement, discussion, and anticipation surrounding both the player and the franchise, sustaining interest, buzz, and debate far beyond any official announcement. Finally, the cultural and social media impact of the rumored acquisition continues to dominate discussions, with fans, analysts, and influencers speculating on how Patrick SURTAIN's arrival could elevate the Raiders' profile, attract sponsorships, and create a new narrative of ambition and competitiveness, while insiders note that his professionalism, leadership, and influence could shape locker room dynamics, mentorship pipelines, and team cohesion. And analysts speculate that the combination of athletic excellence, strategic signing, and cultural resonance could position Las Vegas as an aspirational destination for other players, while simultaneously challenging divisional rivals and creating endless content for social media, podcasts, and sports shows, fueling continuous speculation, discussion, and anticipation. And as rumors persist, the narrative surrounding this signing exemplifies the interplay of talent, strategy, psychology, and media in professional football, ensuring that the conversation remains as captivating, engaging, and multifaceted as the league itself, sustaining intrigue, excitement, and debate in a way that few off-season developments can, creating a perfect storm of rumor, expectation, and strategic maneuvering that keeps the NFL community buzzing. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.